Determinism, Indeterminism, and Personal Freedom. A Dialogue by J.M. KUCZYNSKI, Ph.D.
What is determinism?
Determinism is the doctrine that nothing is uncaused.
So if determinism is correct, then how the world is now determines exactly how it will be in the future.
Correct.
And how it was in the past determines exactly how it is now.
Correct.
What is indeterminism?
The doctrine that determinism is false.
If indeterminism is true, does that mean that the universe is chaotic?
It means that it is chaotic to a non-null degree, but there is otherwise no limit to how orderly it can be.
Please clarify.
If there is a single uncaused event, then indeterminism is correct, even if the universe is otherwise completely deterministic. And it doesn't matter how minute that event is.
I see. But to the extent that the universe is indeterministic, it is chaotic.
Correct.
And to the extent that it is deterministic, it is orderly.
Correct.
So if the determinist is right, then my making this very statement is an inevitable consequence of the previous state of the universe.
Correct.
So if t is some moment in time, billions of years ago, then given the state of the universe at t, it was inevitable that you and I would have this conversation, and have it in exactly the way in which we are having it.
Exactly.
So everything that any person thinks, feels, or does is the inevitable result of events that occurred before he was born.
Correct.
But if indeterminism is true, then the current state of the universe is not the inevitable consequence of its previous condition.
Correct.
So if the indeterminist is right, how the universe was a billion years ago did not necessarily make it inevitable that we would be having this exchange.
Correct. And you were right to include the word necessarily. Depending on the exact way in which the universe is indeterministic, supposing that it is in fact indeterministic, our having this conversation might or might not be an inevitable consequence of the pre-conversation state of the universe.
The obvious thing to say, of course, is that if the determinist is right, then we have no free will.
Yes, that is indeed the obvious thing to say.
You don't agree with it, I gather.
I do not.
But you do agree, surely, that other things being equal, we are more free in an indeterministic universe than we are in a deterministic universe.
I do not. Indeterminism is more of a threat to freedom than determinism. In fact, determinism is not a threat to freedom. It is in fact necessary for it. Determinism is as necessary for freedom as indeterminism is fatal to freedom.
Explain.
Imagine a hypothetical world where our minds and bodies...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?